What's up, society? Welcome back to Sam the Dingus Teaches You Shit. Today's parkour lesson is one that I haven't actually done yet, surprisingly. Running out of moves to teach, but this is a good one. One of the most helpful parkour moves I can think of. If you're talking about like a chase scene or an escape from the cops type situation. This is called a turn vault. So this is useful when you want to get on the other side of a rail. And let's say, for example, there's like a 12-foot drop on the other side right here. Then you wouldn't want to just dive front flip necessarily, especially if it's concrete or unsure landings. So what you want to do is get to the other side quickly, lower yourself so you can take the drop easier. Turn vault is the best way to do that. Alright, so this move is best done on a rail. This way you can get the best grip on it and you can fly around it easier. Now this positioning is a little weird. There's rocks on this side and this bar sticks out farther than the floor here, so someone like me can figure this out easily, but for a beginner, this might not be the ideal setup. But you want something that's a lot like this. But if you can find just a flat rail without drops on the other side, that's perfect. So the first thing you want to do is have a safety vault. That's always helpful. That's just one hand on, 1 foot tap, kick through. That's the first vault anyone should learn. Mostly because it's a good bail option without ruining your style if the ladies are watching. Alright, so you want to have that, and then you just got to figure out which side is your best side. If you can also do a speed vault, that'll help you too, so you know which side is your comfortable one. Basically, you're going to decide which side you're going to rotate to. And that side is the underhand. It'll be a switch hand position like a deadlift sometimes. So because my body's going to go around to the right, I don't want this hand to be in the way. So that's why it's the underhand. Just think of it like this. Try both sides, and whichever side you're moving towards is the one that should be underneath. Because what's going to happen is you're going to hold on under, get a nice grip. Now this isn't one that you do lightly or that you run into per se. The best way to do this is to like pump it. If you pull down on a rail, make sure you got a sturdy rail for this. You can feel the lift you can get really easily. That's the power that you're going to be using for the turn vault, not any jump ability or holding yourself up mid-air type things like that. It's just this, if you can do like a pop Kong, that's great too. There's some bad landings for my ankles, but I'll show you. That way you can at least understand how you're supposed to get height for this trick. Alright, so with all that out of the way, once you figure out which side you want, make sure you slap that one underneath and get ready to go. So you're going to be pulling down, squatting so you can get that nice pop. Practice feeling what that's like, and then you're mostly done with it. If you can figure that out, then honestly the turn vault isn't too much to figure out. I'm going to be dropping on the floor a lot, so rip my ankles and feet for this. So to progress into it, what you're going to want to do is just start by doing the pop and just clearing the obstacle. Get a nice pop, pass it. Kind of like a side vault actually, that you would do over a picnic table or something. And once you do that, I would say do that like 3 or 4 times, and then you're well on your way. And then what you're going to want to do is start trying to come around. Still do the pass through, but try and land facing either 3/4 of the way or facing back towards the rail. Like I said, some ouch landings here, but I'll be alright. I'm a professional. I do this pain so y'all don't have to. Alright. So once you got that, you're nearly done with it. The only thing you have left to do, and I'll give you some fixed pointers when I'm done with this, because I was teaching a class of kids this and most of them couldn't figure it out. So I'll give you some pointers there too. But the last thing you need to do when you get the pop and jump up is really let yourself fly. As you can see by the clips where I did it successfully. Now the reason I went up so high on that is because I have to aim my feet, because if you look over here, you can see that the rail goes out farther than the ledge. And so if I just come down lazy, I'll be slapping my shins hard against this rail coming through. So it's nice that you can do this into a cat hang position, basically. Something like this. That's why this is such a useful vault. Any slut. Get the pop, turn around, and your overhand is going to leave the rail at this point, and you're going to grab the other side so you can control your landing. You don't want to rush to do it or anything. I feel like this vault looks best, feels best, performs best when you have a lot of air time. So definitely practice that pop, because that's exactly what it feels like. It's just jumping and manipulate your landing. That's what it feels like to me. So once you do all that, you should have the complete vault. Just pop, turn over, grab the other side, try and stick your landing if at all possible. Alright, now it's hard for me to actually picture this being difficult at all, but like I said, I've seen people not able to do this, so I'll try and go through their minds and figure out what they're doing wrong. So what people do sometimes that I've seen, I wouldn't say it unless I had seen it myself, is they go the wrong side or they try to go straight through. When I was teaching the kids this, I saw them coming over their underside, which makes them get stuck almost immediately, and it's impossible to do it once you get it like that. So make sure you actually have your side correctly, as if you were going to hold on with one hand and travel around it and land on the other side like this. Because that is essentially what you're doing. Your body moves from this position to this position, except I'll be on the other side, my hand will be in front of me. So let's act that out one more time. It goes like this to this. And the way that you move laterally too. The main problem that I see is that they're coming straight down on the other side and not coming all the way around. And that's what makes it almost impossible for them. What you're trying to do here, once again, is get you some pop into the air, and your weight should be on this hand. You're coming down, you're holding this, but you're not rushing to pull in. You're just gonna try and land soft, and when your feet touch, that's when you cut the slack and you pull with your hands. Pretty much all I can think of. Make sure your feet aren't clipping. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of for this tutorial, so I'm gonna try and bust out one more just for demonstration. Perfect stick. Now I can drop. Thanks for stopping in. Have fun learning parkour. Sam the Dingus, pro free runner, lifer.